Alright, Melayna,
Yeah.
you learned yesterday. Can you really learn how to sharpen just by watching videos and without coming in person?
Well, for me, I would say no. It was really helpful to do it in person. Doing it on the videos, there would be so many little things that you just wouldn't be able to know on the videos.
Okay, the shears that you and I looked at yesterday, because Melayna was here and she helped me look at some shears that came in for the International Scissor Sharpeners Association. Someone sharpening. That was someone that had our machine, but he had just watched the videos. He didn't come in for training. I didn't do any training online. And there was a huge difference between his sharpening and the sharpening you did yesterday on the same shears. And I think if somebody tunes into this video, they'll probably want to watch you sharpen those shears, right? And they'll want to see his shears. And you're how old?
I'm 12.
She's 12. She's the youngest sharpener I've ever trained. I mean, seriously trained. I mean, I've had little kids come in here and try to play with files, but she has been seriously sharpening. And show them what. Here's my camera here. Show them what your dad just bought you.
He bought me the set of these rainbow shears.
Just for practice, huh?
Just for practice.
Just for practice. Okay, you go away, and I'm gonna edit this video, send it to you so you can show it to all your friends. Okay.
Okay.
Tell everybody who you are and where you're from and why you're here.
I'm Melayna Marlowe. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm here because I want to help my dad with his sharpening business.
And she's 12 years old, and she's going to help me with this certification. So in case you're wondering what this is all about, I'm Bonnie McGowan, company's Benica Shears, and we have a certification we do for sharpeners. And you're going to do it eventually, huh? The youngest person that's passed has been 14 years old and was a girl. And we do there's somebody from Norway texting me, I think. Yeah, it's Norway texting me. So, yeah, we do sharpening training for people literally all over the world. And we have a test we called the International Scissor Sharpeners Association. Got a cool looking ID card and certificate. And if you do the certification, you're a lifetime member. Now, we may eventually start having some meetings or something. I don't know where we're going from here. We've got people, I don't know how many different countries, most of them the United States, but from all over. This is a person from Utah that did the certification. And we have a written test. So I'm going to let you see if you can answer the questions correctly, okay?
Okay.
And you've had 1 day of training on shear sharpening, so let's see how good you are. What 3 key elements must be properly corrected for a shear to work correctly? In angle, out angle, and pivot, alignment, angle, and augment, tension, edge, and alignment, ride, half moon, and hollow grind.
Would it be tension, edge, and alignment?
Bingo! Yay! Tension, edge, and alignment. Number 2, which area should receive the most pressure when creating the ride line?
I know this one is pivot area.
The pivot area. You didn't even have to look at the multiple choice. How about this one? Which is the finer grit?
150. No, not finer. That's coarser. I don't know why I said that. It's D. The
1200.
1200.
Yes. So the higher the number, the finer the grit.
I don't know why I said that.
What is the optimum angle for a convex shear to cut sharp without pushing? 35, 40, 45, or 55 degrees?
40? I know these are 40 or 45.
It's either 40 or 45. 45 would probably be your better one, but one we sharpened yesterday, remember it was so damaged, we did it at 40. Why none of this hush up? This is the chat that's on the website, and they can go in and chat with me. Misty's answering it. It's someone from Norway trying to place an order. You know where Norway is? How about what continent? Is it Asia, Africa, Europe, South America, or North America? She's homeschooled. Yeah.
That sounds like an Asian country, but I'm probably wrong.
Did you see the movie Frozen?
I did.
That was set in Norway. Does that give you a hint?
Not really, no.
This is the new one. Where's Mount Everest?
Where's Mount Everest?
Where's Mount Everest?
Okay, so
It's not in Norway.
No. What continent is one?
What continent is Mount Everest?
I know, I'll just answer wrong. Okay, I'm really bad at geography, so
I think so.
I can hardly even do like USA states. So I'm not
What
gonna get
state are we in now?
Georgia.
Georgia. Good. Okay. Norway is in Europe, in case anybody's wondering.
You didn't even put Europe down as an answer.
I did give it down as an answer.
No, you didn't.
We can play this back and see. All right, so how large should a burr be? I don't know if we specifically said this, but let's see if you know this. The size of a hair, as small as possible but still remove nicks, 10% of the width of the rod line, or the size of a wire.
Well, I don't really know. We just removed the burr afterwards.
I know, but how big should it be before we remove it? You want to guess?
Well, my guess is C, but...
No, the correct answer, and he's got it right here. As small as possible, but still remove nicks.
Okay.
And you remember that one we did this afternoon? There was still a nick in it, but we had to we decided to leave it there because we'd had to take so much metal off. Okay, what happens if an edge is over polished? I don't know if we covered that with you.
No.
It creates micronization. I'm sorry, I made up the word. So it's not A. The edge is rounded off and the hair pushes. C, tiny nicks are created and snags the hair. The shears are laser honed. Do you know, Mike?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What happens if an edge is over polished?
I'm going to guess C again.
It creates micronization. The edge is rounded off and the hair pushes. Tiny nicks are created and snags the hair. The shears are laser honed.
B.
B. He's correct. The edge is rounded off and the hair pushes, and this person answered incorrectly. What is the traditional cut test? Now this one's a tricky one, and you'll know the answer though. What is the traditional cut test material to see if a shear will push hair?
The wet towel.
That's what he answered, but he's wrong.
He's wrong? What?
He's wrong. He's wrong. He said wet tissue. Hair. You can't tell whether it pushes hair unless you're cutting hair.
What?
Here's the answer.
Oh.
It's a tricky one. So he missed one.
But,
The wet tissue, what that shows you is all the nicks are gone and all the burrs are gone. To know whether it's going to push hair, you've got to cut hair. Okay, what can be done if the tips do not meet? Trim the bumper, bend the handles, shorten the tip, all of the above.
all the above?
Yes, and we did all of those too yesterday.
did.
Remember? We did every one of them. Good. If the tip pulls tissue, what problem would be the easiest to fix? Bad alignment, burr never established, no ride line, burr not removed.
Probably the burr not removed.
Yeah. You know more than you think you do.
I don't know about all that.
You're doing good. Yeah. But look, he missed it. He said the easiest problem to fix is bad alignment, and that's the hardest one. All right, 10. Cutting wet tissue that tears or is ragged when cut most likely indicates the following. The edge is rounded off and not sharp. The burr is left. Nicks are left. Or B and C. And actually, I just answered that question for you.
B and C.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've got burr left and not sharp. So he missed 2. Now, no one fails because they failed the written test, but that kind of tells me some ideas of what I'm looking at here, because he wrote me this long letter about the shears wouldn't cut, and then he had to set the alignment and bend them. So undoubtedly he's much more comfortable at bending shears than I am, because that's not what I would have done. Well, I don't know. These, like I said, these are not my typical shears I even train on. So first of all, what we're doing, we want to look and see if the bevel looks like a bevel and the convex looks like a convex.
All right.
So you studied and learned what a bevel and convex is. Does
Yes.
that look like a convex?
This is a convex.
Okay. Does that look like a bevel or a convex?
This one's a bevel.
Yeah. A lot of metal was taken off this thing. Look at
Really?
that. Yeah. And it looks...
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's a brand new one. So here's a brand new one. And here's the one he sharpened. So a lot of metal's been taken off. You see how much smaller that is? So these are some shears that we have not been using in the past for our training. The ones we had in the past were made by Vermont Eichert. These were some that we were ordered from China. So I thought they would be fine for this. But we might need to, you and I, sharpen one and see how it sharpens up when we do it. You want to do that?
Sure.
So we'll do that in a minute. But first of all, we want to check these out. But what we're going to do, Melayna, you and I are going to sharpen this one together.
Okay.
And we'll see how it turns out when you do it.
All right.
And if we have to bend it or any of those things, because he said that in his letter that it wouldn't cut, and then he put an alignment block and that it was out of alignment. However, a lot of times if you take off a lot of metal off a shear, it'll put it out of alignment. So this looks convexy, but when you look at the original one, you see what that looks like. That looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look different.
Let's see how they cut. So this beveled edge, he should not have taken it apart. He shouldn't have worked inside, and he didn't. It looks like he took the serration off. Do you see that? Remember the serration? You see the serration is partly there and partly gone?
Yeah.
So let's see how it cuts. Do you remember how we pull our thumb out? It cuts dry. You want to do a wet?
Sure.
And you remember to cut slow. Good. Tip pulls. Tip pulls a little bit, doesn't it?
Yep.
Let's see how it cuts hair. And we're looking to see if it pushes. I think it pushes a lot, don't you? What you think?
Yeah.
I think it kind of does.
It's not. Look at that kind of. That's not great, but let's see how the other ones are, because I'm.
But I wanted her to look at the numbers before I
Okay, that's the brand new one.
This one's the test.
And it cuts wet tissue, the brand new one. Now she put some nicks in them before she sent it to him. So You cut with him.
Oh.
Yes, let's see if it'll cut dry.
Not really.
It's not even
no.
cutting dry. He said it was out of alignment. He had to bend them. Take a look at the ride line and see what you think. He said he was able to create what I felt was a pretty good edge, but sure enough, they still didn't cut right. Maybe with more experience down the road, I'll be able to better address a situation like this. But for now, it's the best I can do. So he knows they didn't pass. So there's no surprise. So we're going to be we'll be sending some more shears back to him. Since we're sending them back, I want to send this shear back as well, because that kind of pushed hair. When I run my nail down it, I'm still feeling like a nick here. Run your nail down there, Melayna. And you can, especially on this side, it just feels rough.
Oh.
Feel how it feels kind of rough?
I felt at least 2 on this one, and
Yeah.
this one had a couple.
And it's not supposed to feel smooth like a convex edge, but it should feel crisp. I mean, it should feel consistent all the way down. Does that make sense? So there's something like right back in there. Yeah, so I think he can do these over better. But I tell you what, we were going to practice anyway. Let's just take this shear, and you and I'll sharpen it together and see how yours cuts compared to his, and then he can look at this and see if there's something that we're doing different than the way he's sharpened. So let's put all this back in the basket. And this gives us a perfect one to practice on. Now we put nicks on his, so we're going to put some nicks on this one. We're going to be fair. Let's just find something. I don't know how Misty nicked it, but I'm just doing... Man, those nick up easy, don't they? These are some of those cheap scissors you get from China.
Uh-oh.
So what?
Your finger.
Oh, did I cut myself?
Yep.
How about that? Well, I guess his shears were sharper than we thought. You cut yourself yesterday, didn't you?
I did.
And I said nobody ever
Right
cuts
here.
himself. Yeah, and I said nobody ever cuts himself. And look here, you and I both did.
Oh, wow. You didn't even do it that hard. That's so crazy.
I know. I didn't do the nicks. It doesn't take much to nick them up. Okay, so do you remember what you do first?
Okay. You're supposed to inspect it first.
Yeah.
But we've already done
We've
that.
kind of done that.
So then you take this part.
Take it
don't you?
apart. And we're going to take the little screws out. Crazy about... Oh, here's your little cup. So put it in there. Your screws. Now, do you see you've left your washer in there?
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah, get your washer out of there.
Now, how do you get that out of here?
You're going to have some kind of a picky thing. You can use that, tweezers, something. There you
Okay.
go.
There we go.
So when you get home, find you some kind of pick thing.
Yeah, we have some.
Maybe one of your skinny crochet needles, because you're good at crocheting, huh? So what's your first thing? Where's your little cheat sheet? You know where that
My
is
cheat
too?
sheet?
Oh, it's right there. So we're doing this side because it's a convex.
Alright.
So we didn't have to fix any hardware. We took it apart. You want to clean them a little bit with alcohol. So if we cut ourselves again, that'll be okay.
Yeah, that's probably good. It gets that one squirt.
Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, they're brand new. They shouldn't, they might have Chinese germs on them. By the way, it's pouring down rain here. We've got a tropical storm coming through. So we want to finish all the training we can today, because you may only have a half a day tomorrow. So your next thing is that you're going to mark the edges and do the rod line.
Mark the edges, so we're gonna get. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Don't cut me again.
Alright, so like...
No, it's inside, because we're
Inside.
doing the rod
Oops.
lines. So you're going to do this, and I'm going to mark up the back, because I don't want it to come out the back, and then make sure you get all of that.
Alright.
And this is where Rocky goes to see the king. Right?
Yep. Okay, we're gonna need the water.
Yeah. Explain who Rocky is and who the king is.
Okay, so this is Rocky. The, what is the name of the stone?
Nagura, which means little piece of the rock.
And this one is king, because it has king all in words right there.
Okay.
Just one squirt.
Well, as much as it needs.
And then you just kind of...
So you're making a slurry when Rocky meets the king, huh? He leaves a muddy mess behind, huh? That's good. That looks good. So show me how you put your pressure over the pivot.
Alright, I'm going to try to remember this. Because this bit was a little bit confusing. I
I'm
think
going to stand up, make sure you're doing it right.
it was like that.
Pretty much so, but you want to be all the way on the stone. And your pressure a little bit more back on that pivot hole.
Alright, so you...
That's looking pretty good. Now let's lift it straight off and see what it looks like.
I'm not getting any pressure down there, but...
No. So this tells me, let me put this in this video.
Oh,
I find it, what'd I do?
I don't know what you did. Oh, was there another washer?
Oh, there was another washer, and this is why you have to make sure you get all the washers out, because it'll fall when you're not expecting to. Now, do you see where she's got the silver line coming down all the way up? If these shears were out of alignment, she wouldn't have got that pretty nice rod line. You see how nice that rod line is?
Mm-hmm.
So I find it hard to believe these shears are out of alignment, or that one was and this one's okay. So let's do the other blade. If the shears are out of alignment, you're going to see it when you're doing the rod line. You'll see the rod line will be all over the place. And we hear her dad back there testing clipper blades. How's it going?
The first ones are okay. These I'm struggling with still.
The tension, or the setback.
I think the setback is not right.
Look at you. She's going to be your shear sharpener one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you do these and these come out good, I can't really give you the certification for it because I'm here watching you. But you'll know how to do it, so when you get home, if you want to do it, you can. And that looks perfect, too. Let me zoom in here so they can see what I'm looking for. So I'm just wondering if he's done something crazy when he did the rod line. So we're looking at this as silver line all the way here around a backwards J. And then you left the red behind. That's perfect. And you even got that corner. You did good. So this step is done.
All right.
So you can cover that up, move it over. And what's the next thing on your list?
Next thing on my list, set the clamp at 45 degrees.
Yeah.
So, what is happening here?
What do you mean?
You changed this.
Oh, I turned the machine up right because we were doing some shears. We were doing some curved shears and we were doing them upright. So it's easier to set it on the sides. You see it's got feet on both sides?
Yeah.
So we can turn it over here. All right.
Alright.
And do we want to use a flat plate or a cushion plate?
Flat plate, I think.
What letter of the alphabet does convex start with?
See, we want a cushion plate.
Cushion plate.
Ah.
Good. As soft and metal as these are, I'm thinking 1,000 grit may be coarse enough for you for these, because that metal is pretty soft on these. So you think you got the clamp set right? Now you leave this red alone. This is the part you loosen.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Yep, you're set at 45. You're doing good. It's all coming back to you. You didn't have everything erased while you were asleep last night.
Oh, I was scared I would. Alright.
Hold the blade in your left hand.
Left hand.
Yeah. And turn that clamp this way.
And then we put it in like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Are we gonna mark the blade, or do we just...
Yeah, it helps to mark it, to know exactly where that blade ends. So you're going to put a little mark right there. Look at you remembering all of this stuff.
Okay, and this is the airplane, right?
Yeah, you want to come in parallel
And then,
and then roll to the edge.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I think I got it now. And these are right-hand ones, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And we can go kind of slow. You can turn it on. Now come in parallel. Look at the shadow. So you come in parallel, but that line needs to be here on the edge, right there. Let's see what you got going. You may have a burr quicker than you think. No, we might have to go with coarser grit. We might need to go to something coarser. That's not. I think those are actually might not be at 45 degrees. They may be at 40. So let me see the, because they don't feel very sharp. So you can either move. Why don't you move the clamp down to 40? I think it's going to be better.
Okay, so change it.
Change it to 40. Yeah. And this is 1,000 grit. We might have to go down to 800. Here's an 800. That's why we do the back blade first. You kind of learn off the back blade. But I want to find out if these shears are legitimate testing shears. Whether they're ones that are too hard to do or whether they're ones that are doable. So the person that sharpened these, I'm not sure what equipment he has.
Caught it.
You are dropping everything today,
I know
aren't you?
I am. Got slippery hands. And then, I think that's it.
Yep, that looks good.
Alright. Bronzing.
Mm-hmm. And you caught yourself?
Is this turned the right way?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You're coming in here.
Alright.
You're just having a brain fart, huh?
She does that a lot.
She does that a lot. Parallel before you land, and that line it's at the edge. There you go. And I usually might come, land here before, and then roll it down to the edge. Okay, let's see if you got a burr.
I feel a little one.
Okay. As long as the burr is bigger than the nick. Okay, you've got a burr all the way down. I don't feel it good at the tip.
Okay.
And you see how it looks kind of bevelly?
Yes.
See, it looks like a bevel. So make sure that when you come in here, you land, take your time, and then roll to the edge. See?
Okay.
But if you need to get the tip, you can come out here and get that tip. And I normally don't pull it across like that unless I have no other choice, because that's going to make it look more like a bevel. One more time, let's check the burr. Now you see how you're beyond that line? That's why it's feeling funny to you. Don't go beyond that line you did. I think that's long enough there.
Ooh, it's getting a little bit hot.
Yeah, you stayed there too long. Those people at the airplane are saying, "Let me off!" Okay, so you feel, and you don't have it at the tip. Here, you hold it.
What am I doing wrong?
So here's a couple of things you can do.
Okay.
One, when you can't get at the tip, if you slant it down more in the clamp,
Okay.
for some reason that works better.
Okay. So do I just do the same thing? But
Just do the same thing and let's see if you get the burr at the tip. At that line has to be at the edge though. And then just make sure your tip is touching. So
Okay, I'm feeling
Did it come in?
I'm feeling it a little bit at the tip, and it might need a little longer.
just a little bit. You barely. I mean, you've got it except for the last couple of millimeters. You see how magical that was? Slanting it
that's
down.
so weird.
I had a guy who was an engineer that I trained, and he figured that out. And he tried to explain to me why it works, and I swear I never understood it, but I just know it works. Somebody watching will understand it, so. And I probably still won't understand when they explain it to me.
I think I feel one, but
Okay, I like to feel with these two fingers. Yeah, you got it all the way down.
all right.
So you've left a lot of little scratches on there. So we want to go to this finer grit. This is that 1,000 we started out with. And on this one, you're just rolling. Don't stay at the edge when you get there.
We're
You
just
wanna
rolling
roll.
and taking it off.
Yeah, making it more convex. So you're not taking any burr off. You're just making it look more like a convex.
Like that long?
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. One more and we'll do the other blade. Okay, you ready to do the other blade?
Sure.
So you're going to switch back to the 800 grit.
If it would stick on.
So for it goes on there. Just keep trying.
Okay, there we go.
So for the rest of your life, you're going to have a skill that you can always make a living at. And you're just 12 years old.
That's
Lay this on here and hold the blade in your left hand.
Oh, left hand. Keep forgetting.
Turn it that way.
Oh, that'll make it easier.
And the other thing you're going to have the rest of your life, you're going to hear my voice in your ear saying, hold it in your left hand. Square peg goes in a round hole. Did you get all the washers out? Hold it over the table and drop it on the floor. You're going to hear all those things in your head.
Oh, you already marked it.
Yeah, it's already
Sweet.
marked.
You know, this light actually really helps. I didn't think
It does
would
help,
first.
yeah. But you want to come in parallel. There you go. You happy with them? No?
Second ones, I can't get them
Huh?
cut. Second ones, I can't get them cut.
You keep at those. Let me go take a look at his clipper blades. The temp is right.
Pinch and twist, let's get on the right one.
That don't work now.
I didn't have all the
Easy fix. And you know what? Some of your groomers won't understand that either. You're going to have to show them because you tighten that socket, so it's not. It was not engaging well.
Okay.
Too. So the reason you're having trouble with the tip. Okay, give me a second here. So there's a couple of reasons you're having trouble with the tip. Is number one is you remember when you were at the playground and they've got those little things that go round and round and round.
Merry-go-round.
And the one that sits in the center goes around so slow, but the ones on the outside, they're going so fast they sling them off.
Yeah.
So this is going faster on the outside
Okay.
than on the inside. So this is taking off more metal on the outside than on the inside.
All right.
So you can come out here and work that tip, but you've
Okay.
got to make sure that you don't push there, otherwise that blade's going to be wavy. So you're going to come in here.
Got it. Let me work on the burr on the actual sink.
Be careful
a little
of
bit
doing
more.
that because you might accidentally cut yourself.
Unless you think it's good.
You don't have a burr at the tip, but you've
I
got a
do.
burr all the way down to here.
Okay, so just worry about the tip.
Yeah, just worry about now. It's got to be all the way down, but so you can go in, and rather than pulling out here, that makes it kind of look like a bevel. I would kind of go
Just-
in and do a little bit of that. Okay.
Okay.
Now each time you do that, be at a different spot where the end of that plate hits it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a little
Okay.
divot. That may have it. Let's don't do too much of it.
Oh, I think I feel it. Maybe at the very tippity tip. It
No,
doesn't
no,
feel it.
you got it all the way down. Feel it. Show your dad those the scissors that the other person sharpened. They're right there in that basket, Mike. You can look at them. Look at how much metal he took off. So that's why we're sharpening the same shears, so we can compare her sharpening to that sharpening. So now you're wanting just to get it to look more convexy,
And that's when we do like just a.
and you're just
Turn and then-
you're just rolling it
Okay.
to the edge, but you're not staying there at the edge. And I usually just put one finger up here because this is the hand, this is the part that's doing the work.
Okay.
This is just a guide on this side.
Okay.
Look pretty rough, don't they? There's a letter in there, Mike, from the guy. You may want to read what he said. He said they were out of alignment and he had to set them.
Excuse me, man.
Yeah, and till she started sharpening these, I thought, well, maybe there's something really badly wrong with them. But so far, looks like these are coming out okay. We'll see. Now try not to go past that line there, because what happens? Do you see how you kind of took that corner off?
I do.
But that is not. Nobody's going to notice that. That's just cosmetic.
Don't want to do that.
One more time, and then we'll go to the next step. What's the next step?
The next step, feel and look for the burr, not to be along the edge. Sharpen. We have to remove the inside burr with wet water sun.
Yeah. And I saw something that really worried me. While you were reading this, you were pulling this out of the clamp. and you weren't watching what you were doing.
Oh.
You did not touch the edge against there, but you could easily have touched that edge against this thing here and nicked it up, and then you'd had to go back and go over it again.
Okay.
So
I'll
always
make
be
sure that I
paying
fix-
attention to what
Oh,
you're doing,
yeah.
okay? Don't just wave a scissor around and do something while you're reading something else. So you're going back to your stone. Rocky meets the king. You might become a instant video sensation. You realize that? I might have to have you over here all the time shooting videos with me. Y'all put something in the comments if you want to see her back.
Alright, wait. I'm just doing the same thing, right? I'm trying to remember.
Okay, yeah, remember what you're doing.
I'm remembering what I'm... Okay.
What's your purpose in this?
I'm removing the burr.
And that's all you're doing. You're not creating the ride line, you're just removing the burr.
It's
So you-
just the thing where you go down, right?
Just one stroke down. And that's
and then
it.
it might just be it.
Yeah, exactly. You remember more than you think you do. Stop there, yeah. Stop there and feel, is it gone?
There's still a little burr, I feel like.
Okay, well then you might need to do
Might
it.
do it
do
one
it
more
again.
time.
Yeah, one more time, but it's only right here, I feel it. Just put a little extra pressure right there.
Okay.
And then start below where you see that debris line is. Not on the debris line, below it. There you go. There you go, that's enough. You don't have to pull it too far.
Do you remember why you start below?
No. But I think that one's gone.
Yeah.
I do want to get rid of this one too.
Yeah, your dad asked you a question. Why do you start
I
below this
don't-
debris line?
Remember
What
one?
causes that line?
What's in this line? What makes that black
Little
line
pieces
there?
of metal.
Yes.
And it will do something to the blades that is not good, but I don't
Okay,
remember what
that's enough. You don't even have to remember why or what, but it's just you don't want to go back over those little pieces of metal.
Good job.
Sometimes that's all you have to know. Okay, see if it's gone.
No.
I think you got it, huh?
Yep.
Yep. So what's your next step?
I don't remember step 14. That's a little bit.
You don't remember step 14?
No. But maybe I do, and I just.
Does this give you back the idea of what you need?
That's step 15. I don't know what step 14 is.
Oh, step 14 is adjust the dial detente. That's the fancy name for this thing here.
Okay, so it's
And you
the
turn
thing
the
with
red screw.
The screw. It's the thing with red screw.
Yes. So tweak Rudolph's nose there. How's that? Will that help?
Which way?
You're wanting to change it from 40 to like 43. So which way would you turn it?
It would you would tighten it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
you went from about 40 to 43, 42, 44, something like that. You don't have to be exact. The idea is to polish up to the edge,
I think
but
that's
not
around
over the
40.
edge.
3. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, that looks good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did we do this? I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe some of my knowledge went away while I was sleeping because
You were yawning certain times yesterday.
alright.
I think your dad learns more from watching you, don't you?
Was that on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was on the back of my chair. It's so crazy. Okay, now what am I doing? Let me look. We have to get the felt pad and polish it with a diamond spray.
Yeah, there you go. Real diamonds.
But we don't want this dirty, that's why we keep it in the bag.
Yes, exactly. Some things just come back to her good, don't they?
And then do I spray it as much as I did last time?
You can. I don't. After a while, after it gets broke in, you don't have to spray it as much. But here at the beginning, I would. And you're trying to make these look really nice to compare yours with his shears, right?
Alright.
And I think the guy that sent these in, this will be real helpful to him to see how these, how he can do these where they'll cut better.
Man, I really hate putting these on. There we go. We should keep that on there. The faster speed.
Yeah.
So, put this back in the clamp.
Hold the shears in your left hand.
hand.
There you go. Edge up. There you go.
I'm supposed to put it in here. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. And then we put it on a faster speed.
Do the same thing you were doing before.
Am I crazy or am I feeling a little bit of a burr?
You are feeling a little bit of a burr, and that's what, with the polishing, will take that off.
Okay.
The burr is on the outside.
Okay.
And these cheap scissors, that burr comes off. Look at this. You see how it comes off like a thread?
Huh.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of metal this is.
Cheap metal.
Cheap metal. CHEEAP. But you can actually, I don't know if you can see it, but I can pull that burr off like a thread. But I think it'll polish up nice. I think they'll cut okay.
Okay.
But we got to learn how to sharpen cheap stuff too, because
How high do you turn this up?
whatever you're comfortable, but I probably wouldn't turn it up too high. Let me see where you got it.
20.
Yeah, maybe we can go to 30.
Okay. And then this is a thing where we just go.
And you know what? This is probably why you should be wearing glasses, or those safety glasses. Put them on. Because since that burr comes off as a thread, that could come flying off into your eye.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably, I wasn't paying attention, but we should have probably been wearing glasses while you're doing this.
Okay. And was this is the one where you just do the quick one. Like you just turn
Well,
it
you
and
just
then take
roll
off.
it back and forth. Yeah. You don't have to stay at the edge too much. You're trying to make it look pretty.
And then you take it off like that?
Yeah, and just keep doing it. Let's see what it's looking like. And I'm using this microfiber cloth to see if you took that burr off the outside, see if it feels smooth. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't even know why I'm giggling.
Well, you ought to. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? Do the other blade.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm not reading while I'm doing this.
No, don't read while you're doing that.
I should probably loosen up a little bit more. Alright. Holding it in my left hand.
Put the clamp on the arm.
Oh,
That's your third hand. Look at that. I can see all these little pieces of metal coming off like a hair.
is that really what that is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at this. It looks like a hair, but that's metal.
Really?
It just peels off. Yeah, it's I don't know what
I
kind
thought
of...
it was actually this.
Well, maybe it might be. It is. I think it is it. But it can peel off like that. You're right. It wasn't metal. It would have broken instead of pulled. I can see your face. You're looking really proud of her, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did your dad say when you said you wanted to come and learn to sharpen?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I've slept
Was he
since then.
happy about it, or he thought you were crazy?
He was happy. My mom was like, oh, I don't know if you'll enjoy that. And Michaela was like, why would you want to do that?
nice and smooth. It looks pretty. You may want to go over a few more times, see if you can get a little shinier looking,
Okay.
just for prettiness. Oh, you know what you didn't do? You didn't add this polish. We did the diamond spray, but you didn't add this polish. This polish, and that's not on your sheet, so don't look for it.
All right.
This one with it on, you start in the middle and you go over here.
Oh, we did
Yeah.
do this. I
You
remember.
didn't do it. Yeah, you didn't do it on this time. The two together gives you a little better polish. That might make it shine a little bit
Okay,
nicer.
how many times do you go?
That's probably fine right there.
And
And
then-
remember we talked about friction, how that melted that on there? You
Yeah.
see how it melted it on there. Let's see what it's looking like. That looks good. I think I would start it up because of these scratches here. I think I would start it up a little bit higher here and then roll to the edge. So you get that whole surface there, okay? Because what you're doing now is making it pretty. Gotta make it pretty. Alright, I think you're done. I think you can clean them up with alcohol and put them back together, and then we'll test them and we'll compare them. Now, this is how she would pass that certification. I'd give her a beveled edge to do and a convex edge to do, but I want her to do it totally on her own.
We'll let her practice on a few more and then we'll get her.
Yeah. And then she will be, if we, like I said, we have a 14-year-old girl that's certified, but she may be the youngest if we can. You got 2 years to do it in. Now remember, we said be careful when you wipe them off because they could slice through the cloth and cut you.
Mhm.
So you have the edge away from
And you always, if you're spraying alcohol, make sure it doesn't get on your stone.
Oh. Whoops.
It didn't because it was covered up. But the only time I really yell at you if you get alcohol on my stone. If you get alcohol on your stone, well, it just means you
You got alcohol on yourself.
on your stone, yeah. But if you get it on my stone, I won't be happy.
Don't touch myself.
So where's your screws? Oh, right there.
They're right here in this little container. See, I'm not quite sure where this washer came from. I think it went in the square hole.
Yes, it did. Now that washer is really important in that, put it here, I'm going to show you something. You see it has a nipple, and that nipple has to stick up. Because that nipple, and that's going to be part of your homework tonight when you're working on this, that nipple has to connect to the little teeth in this.
Okay.
See? So, but the easiest way to put this together,
Would it just be to put it on the...
start out with this first, put that in your hand, then put the washer on top of that.
Does it matter which way it goes?
Yeah, you want to have it where that cup goes
Oh,
down.
it goes up. It goes down?
Goes toward the, yeah, you got it
Okay,
right,
okay.
you got it right. Now, the square peg goes in the round hole, so get whichever part of the scissor has a round hole.
And does this matter which way it goes?
Yeah, that's correct, that's the round hole.
Just like that?
Mm-hmm. And then once you get it there, wait a second.
Waiting.
Give me the scissors, okay.
Okay.
And then you turn it over in your hand and you hold it that way.
Okay.
Okay? And then you're able to put that blade on here.
Okay, now what do we do?
Leave these alone.
Leave these
You're
alone.
doing this blade here. There you go. Don't close the shears. Leave them. Try to leave them open while you're doing this. Now you want that washer, but you want to make sure the nipple is sticking up.
Just sticking up.
And you remember, it's like we said the marshmallow fluff jar. You're turning it to the right to tighten.
Yeah, I was turning up the wrong way.
I noticed. Don't close it yet.
Don't close it.
Don't close it yet. So we want to do the first close.
Okay, first close on
On the paper towel. And you're actually cutting. So actually put your fingers in the hole and cut like you would a hairstylist would. Okay. One more cut. And now check your adjustment again. You need to be tighter. That's okay. When you think you've got it right, you want to open it all the way up and wiggle it good. And then drop it. I think I would do it like one more click. At least. There you go. Now those feel good. Do you feel the nicks in them at all? Do you remember how we felt the nicks in them before you sharpened?
I don't feel them.
No, I don't feel them either. Okay, so cut your tissue and see what's going on. Let's do it wet with your thumb out. Here, you're going to do the whole test.
I might get rid of this bit right here. Wrong finger in that hole.
And you're doing it slow, which is push, and you pulled it straight down. It's not pulling. Nothing's wrong with it. Okay.
Perfect.
And run your finger over the tip and make sure it's not too sharp or pointy there. Does it feel okay?
Yeah, it feels
Yeah,
fine.
it feels
to me.
okay. You did it.
Yay!
Look at the camera and show us your shear.
I got my shear.
Good job.
Thank you.
And you did better than this person that sent in his shears for certification.
Well,
But you followed the steps.
I followed the steps.
You followed the steps.
And I also had help.
Well, you had some help. Yeah. So.
I probably wouldn't have figured out some of the things if I didn't have help.
And you've been watching a lot of my videos. You can't just learn from the videos, can you?
No.
I mean, it seems
I
like
wouldn't
you
figure
could.
it out by the videos.
I mean, because we've gone here through this step by step by step, and you would think anybody can watch that and do that, but it's not. There's little nuances that, whether it's me or it's got to be somebody that knows what they're doing to walk you through it.
like, you can't tell if you're doing it right or not. Like, there's so many little things that you could be getting wrong that you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, if it's just like the nipple not being up when you're connecting it or something.
Because you can't see that on camera.
Yeah. So you did well. The person that we did the certification for, he didn't pass, but he knew he didn't pass. And he missed 2 of the questions on his test. Yeah, 2 questions. And if he wants to pay for the shipping, we'll send them back. In fact, I'm not going to send the same shears back. Unless you want to take these home with you, though.
Do we?
Yeah.
Sure.
You want to keep those? Yeah, you keep these. But I'm going to send a shear that I'm going to check out, make sure it's good before I send it to him. But he said he thought it was out of alignment, but I don't think that was what the problem was. I'm not sure exactly what he did wrong. But there was a lot of metal taken off that shear.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Sometimes you can get shears out of alignment just by taking off too much metal. Yeah, because it changes the geometry of it. So good job. And you may want to do the certification down the road. It's called the International Scissor Sharpeners Association. And there's not any dues. It's a one-time, join it forever. But we may start doing maybe some European meetings or something fun, travel. So, but I like that. You might become an internet sensation. So, what's your thoughts about the International Scissor Sharpeners Association? Is this ISSA certification, is it a walk in the park, or is it a little more difficult? Let's see what you can do. If you want to be certified, if you want to join the ISSA, it's for those that are certified. It's more than just a piece of paper. It's more than just an ID card. So links below is going to tell you how to be a part of the ISSA and also to get your swag and your merchandise. If you're ready to take your sharpening skills to the next level, I've got you covered, whether it's a certification or upgrading your equipment or getting some more sharpening training. That's what we're about. So call the red-headed sharpening lady, Bonnie at Shears. And remember, stay sharp, my friends.